everyone, and welcome back to Chrissy's Wig Room. My name is Chrissy, and today I am super excited to be showing you a look at two different Estetica styles. This is Orchid by Estetica in the color Chocolate Smoke. And then we're also going to be taking a look at Estetica's Avalon in the same color, Chocolate Smoke, so that you can get two different comparisons of this same color on two different styles. I am absolutely loving this color, and I will tell you why in just a second. So first, I just want to thank you so much for joining in today and joining me for this review. I hope that you are inspired by this review and by this color spotlight of this gorgeous smoky color called Chocolate Smoke. It's just absolutely stunning. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I'm just so happy that you have joined me today. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed to my channel. You won't want to miss any of the future videos. So first off, let's take a look at this gorgeous color. I'm super excited about this color. So before I started going through my hair loss journey and losing hair, I used to dye my bio hair almost black. So I used to dye my bio hair maybe like a 3 or 4, so kind of like a soft black, and I just absolutely loved that. So back in my early 20s, kind of just as a back history story here, back in my early 20s I used to have just medium brown hair, and that's still what my bio hair is. But I would go to the salon and I would dye my hair with blonde highlights, and I loved that, and I did that for most all of my 20, like from 20 to I'd say 30, I would dye it blonde. So I would leave the brown mixed in, but I would dye it blonde, and I loved that. And then I hit my 30s, my early 30s, and I just kind of wanted a complete change. I was kind of tired of the blonde highlights, and I wanted to go really, really dark, like the darkest brunette that you can go. So not quite black, but almost black, and I loved that. And I would dye my hair with just a box of hair color for years until I started my wig wearing journey. So this, it's no wonder that I like this color so much, because it reminds me of when I used to dye my hair almost black. And I think that this is just a beautiful, rich color. So for those of you that love brunettes, if you like the really, really dark colors, I think it looks great. And there's just this really fine, just fine strands of light blue that's throughout it. So in different lighting, you can't really see the blue, but there are fine blue strands, but it's just really hard to see that. And it just really gives it this beautiful smoky look, not gray, but just this really beautiful look. And I just absolutely love it. I think it's just gorgeous in any lighting. And it just reminds me so much of when I used to dye my hair. I stopped dyeing my hair because it was really ruining my hair, and I think that also contributed to a lot of my hair loss. And then of course, you know, with my husband passing away, my mother passing away the next year, all of the loss that I've been through, it caused extreme stress, because all of the affairs with my husband passing away was on me. All of the affairs with my mother passing away was also on me, as well as my other 2 sisters, and it just caused extreme stress like I've never seen in my life. I've been through a lot. I just turned 38, and I've been through a lot in 38 years. I've lost both of my parents. I've lost my husband, who was the love of my life. I've lost pets. I've lost a child. I've went through a lot of loss in 38 years, and with that, it causes not only a lot of physical stress, but mental turmoil as well. So, you know, it's a challenge, and it's something that you have to take day by day and overcome, and wigs have brought a lot of joy to my life. They let me see myself in a different light. They allow me to explore different colors, different styles, different curl patterns. I love everything about wearing wigs, and it has brought a lot of joy to my life. There's been a lot of trial and error. I've sold a lot of wigs that I don't like because they just aren't me. They're not working for me. So there is a lot of trial and error with wig wearing, but when you find that one special piece that really brings you joy every time you look in the mirror, it's all worth it. And I have found several pieces like that that continue to spark joy every time I look in the mirror. And this is one of those pieces where it reminds me of my bio hair. It really brings back the luscious kind of hair that I had in my early 20s. I used to have hair, and even a few times in my life I had it this long. I would always end up having to go to the salon and get it trimmed though, because as y'all know with bio hair, kind of like with wigs, they start frizzing at the ends start fraying, and it just starts looking really bad. So I had to constantly, it was hard to keep my bio hair looking good, but at one point I had hair like this and I loved it. So this Estetica Orchid is a very special piece to me for many different reasons, because it reminds me of my own bio hair. This is actually the first wig that my sister, Daily Dazzle and Dawn, a lot of you follow her, she introduced me to this wig, and she actually sent me this wig. It was my very first piece when I started wearing wigs in March of 2019. She sent me this piece in RH1488 Root 8, which is a gorgeous blonde that many of us have come to absolutely love and adore. She sent that to me stating that, you know, it looked a lot like my own hair, and I totally agree, it does. This looks a lot like the bio hair that I had, that I loved, that I miss because I no longer have that. And thankfully for wigs, I am still able to achieve that. So it really, these kind of dark colors are not for everyone, but if you have a fair complexion like me, if you have dark brown eyes, you can really pull that off. I think anyone can pull it off with the right amount of makeup. You just have to adapt your makeup to accommodate the wig that you're wearing. So sometimes that means darker makeup or a darker lip. But for me, I also have some American Indian in me. My mother's side of the family, her father was a Cherokee Indian. So there's Indian that runs in my family. I also have a lot of German in me because my dad's side of the family was German, and my dad was full German. So that makes me half German. I also have a lot of, like I said, American Indian, a little bit of Irish, possibly some French, but definitely some American Indian. My mother had really dark hair, and that turned gray, and hence the dark eyes, you know, the lighter complexion. That's all part of an American Indian. So when I look back at pictures of my grandfather, who was Lewis Hill, you can see that he has Indian features. He looks a lot like an Indian. So that runs in my family. And I think with that, with the dark hair, you know, the dark eyes, it all just really kind of corresponds. But I love this color. If you like a dark color, if you don't want to really go black, but you want the darkest of browns, this would be a color that I think you would absolutely love. I just really love it because it brings me back to the roots when I was dyeing my hair, when I had a full head of bio hair, before, you know, my family passed away, before all the things happened. This just reminds me so much of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick spin so that I can show you this style, and then we're going to jump into the other style. So this is Orchid, and what I love about Orchid is that it is a longer style, but it has the beautiful Estetica fibers. They feel so rich, they feel so luscious, they're just really beautiful. I love the way Estetica caps feel. I love their lace fronts. It just really, Estetica just does a beautiful job of making natural looking styles, and I love that with their wigs. So as you can see in the back, it's kind of straighter here, and then it cascades into a beautiful profile at the end. And I just absolutely love it. I think it looks very natural. I think it moves very natural. It's very easy to move and manipulate the fibers very beautifully. And I just absolutely adore this style. I think it's just beautiful. It just really is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So let's go ahead and take Estetica Orchid off, and I'm going to show you an up-close look. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see on camera, but if you look very closely, mixed with each one of these strands, you'll see some light blue mixed in. So it's really fine strands, and it's really hard to tell. I can see it, and you maybe too on camera. You can see that there's just really fine strands of some light blue, and that's what gives it that smoky effect. So that's what makes it just so beautiful. But what I love about this style, as you can see, is how beautiful the curl pattern is. This is just a timeless style. I think this is just one of those everyday classic styles. You can really glam this one up, or you can dress it down, but regardless, it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and take an inside look at the cap for Estetica Orchid. In the front, we have a beautiful lace front, left monofilament part, rose lace. We have some really nice enclosed ear tabs with the stays, very well designed. And then in the back you have the adjustable straps that are the hook and loop closures. You have a wonderful, stretchy, average size cap. This fits my petite to average size circumference perfectly. I also love that Estetica puts the style shade name inside their cap so you can see the chocolate smoke, because as many of us know that have multiple wigs, when you start, you know, taking the wigs out of the boxes and not putting them back in the boxes, it sometimes can be hard to remember which style is which. Now I have a really good memory, so I can usually tell, you know, that this is chocolate smoke, but it's just nice having that added feature to the cap. So I'm going to go ahead and put Orchid back on real quick. I just love this. I think it looks so rich. I think it's one of those beautiful colors in the fall that just really brings out so many of our skin tones. And I think you can do so much with this wig. This would make a beautiful half up, half down style. Just beautiful. You could also, there is some permatease up here at the top. Not a whole lot, but I do feel some permatease, and that's what really does give it that nice lift. So I do feel like there is some, but there's not as much as, say, Noriko. So I think some permatease is important, especially on these longer length styles, because that's what really gives you a lot of lift. But you can really, you can switch the part on this one. There's a lot of lift up here at the crown, so you can really do a beautiful updo with this, and it would just look stunning. And because Orchid has so many layers, you can really get a lot of mileage out of this one. And I find that Estetica's fibers are beautiful and that they really last a long time if you condition it. I have this new spray bottle, and I picked this up. Isn't this cute? I love it. It's got little water droplets. I love this. This is Stylist Sprayers. It's actually like a sprayer that a hairstylist would use. I found this on Amazon, and if you just do a search for Stylist Sprayers, you can find this. But what's awesome about this is that it has, you just hold the button, you hold the trigger down here, and it will continue to release the water. So you don't have to constantly spray. Let me show you. So like when you're spraying, if you just hold the button down, see how it just it'll just continue to spray, and it puts out this really fine mist, which I love. So I think I purchased this, I think it was about $10, and I just am absolutely loving it. It's better than the little dollar spray bottles that I got at like the Dollar Tree. So it works a lot better than those, and I have been loving that. By the way, these earrings are clip-on, and they are so cute. Look at the shine. I actually got these at Cato Fashions. It's a store that we have in town, and I saw these, and I just absolutely loved them. And this is a beautiful paparazzi ring. I love the sparkle. This necklace I purchased from the Corseted Jewel Lady, which is my paparazzi consultant. All of her links will be listed in my description box down below, so be sure and check that out if you're looking for beautiful, affordable jewelry. I highly recommend you come to her live Facebook shows on both Wednesday and Saturday nights at 7 p.m. on Facebook. We have a lot of fun. We have a jewelry tribe, and it's just so much fun. And this cute sweater, I'm loving this. This came from a online boutique called ChicSoul.com, ChicSoul.com, and I just love the sleeves. It kind of has that little bit of a bell sleeve going on, and this color is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it. So next up, let's take a look at the next style that I have, and this is Avalon by Estetica in the color Chocolate Smoke. And before I put her on, I'm also wanting to show you the inside cap. So it's the same thing, a beautiful lace front with the left side monofilament part. Estetica does an amazing job on their lace fronts. Even in this dark color, the knotting is very fine, and I just absolutely love that. Same extended ear tabs with the adjusters. Same hook and loop closure. And for me, I do have a petite average circumference, so I like to put the hook and loop closures as far into the middle as they will go, because I really feel like that secures it best for me. Again, the name tag is listed, lots of stretch, and just really well done. I purchased both of these styles from Wig Studio One. This chocolate smoke Avalon style I actually purchased on Wig Studio One's clearance page. Love the clearance page. You can get some amazing deals on the clearance page located at wigstudio1.com. And I just absolutely love both of these styles. So let's go ahead and put Avalon on. I have a little clip there. I'm going to take that out so I can show you what it looks like. Again, this color is so beautiful. And as you can tell, I feel like the lace front is done really well considering the darkness of this color. I think they did a really fine job on the lace front. And this is a beautiful style. So Avalon's been around for a while, and I've seen it have many different changes since I started my wig wearing journey. When I first ordered Avalon back in 2019, it didn't have much curl. It was kind of looser and straighter, and I just really didn't like it. And then Estetica did some changes, and now it's got much more curl and volume, and it's got this really nice sweeping bang here that you can really style away from your face. And I think it's a really, really beautiful piece. And I think that it flatters a lot of face shapes since they've done those changes. I personally like a lot of volume, and I like a lot of curl. So for me, this kind of style is just gorgeous with all the curl pattern. I also feel like Avalon reminds me a lot of Tressalor's Mia as a comparison. I have reviewed Tressalor's Mia in the past, and that's still one of my favorite mid-length curly styles. It has a lot of that beachy wave texture that we've all come to love, and it's just really, really gorgeous. And I think that this is a lot like that. I've been using a lot of conditioner and water to really bring out the texture in this, and leaving it hanging upside down is what works best for me. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a spin on all sides of this beautiful curl pattern. I just absolutely think this is a stunning mid-length piece. Has a lot of body. It does have quite a bit of permatease, and that's what gives it that beautiful curl pattern and lift. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I was playing around with it earlier, and I just kind of pinned it back with this little clip, and I just absolutely love how easy it is to style away from the face. So gorgeous. Let's look at a couple of other different ways that we could style this. I think that it would look absolutely cute with a headband. This is a very versatile piece, so you can really do a lot with it. It's also one of those pieces where you can really, because it has that beautiful lace front, this is a square band, and you can easily take this away from the face. Just love this curl pattern. I think it's so beautiful. Absolutely love the way it looks. Let's try a little clip here. Got a little blingy clip. You could easily take it and even switch the part and then pull it back with a clip. This is a very, very wonderful piece. And a lot of people love this style, and I do too. I think it's just gorgeous. It's just one of those really perfect mid-length styles. Not too long, not too short. Just a great everyday piece. And this color is really special. It's just such a rich color, and I love it. It brings out the love for a darker hair color. easily take this back in the middle, kind of pull back quite a bit of the hair, and then clip it. And with this texture, it can be kind of subdued or just really out there. So I hope you enjoyed this look at both the Estetica Orchid in Chocolate Smoke as well as the Estetica Avalon in Chocolate Smoke. These are both beautiful styles. I think that many people would enjoy this. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please do so. Again, these were both purchased with my own funds from wigstudio1.com. I will post their link below to where you can also purchase this style for yourself. Also, be sure and click the description box down below. You will find a link to my eBay store where I do post wigs that I am decluttering. I did add a few today, so be sure and check that out. Also, you'll find a link to both my Instagram and Facebook page. I'd love for you to follow along on my wig journey, as we are definitely in this to help each other out and support and encourage one another. So again, I hope that everybody is having an amazing day. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you on this video, and I hope that you were given some joy and inspiration on your wig journey, as I know that it really helps to see the colors up close and see the styles. So again, thank you so much for joining me today at Chrissy's Wig Room, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.